5 lines tattooed across the brow. The feather in her brow there were deeper than philosophy. 6 on the 25 lines describing my deformity. The sun ain't coming out. The sky is filled with ashes. We gone AWOL. We gone AWOL. We gone AWOL. Into my eye, pal. She got the 6 on the 25 lines tattooed across the brow. The feather in her brow there were deeper than philosophy. 6 on the 25 lines describing my deformity. The sun ain't coming out. Sky is filled with ashes. Radio yawning around my room. Tune the fool and a mad fan in. We gone AWOL. We gone AWOL. We gone AWOL. We gone AWOL. Didn't see me coming, but now I'm here. The ghost of Christmas past, full of Brexit cheer. Forget austerity, the Pale Rider's here. Breathing down your neck, evoking the spirit of fear. It's in your workplace, it's in your home, over the airwaves, on your phone. It's in the classroom, and down your street, throughout the nation, at your feet. See them coming, riding into town. A one-eyed joker mouthing, he's the party clown. Lies and rumors, tell him as it is. Trouble in the country, so easy to resist. It's in your workplace, it's in your home, over the airwaves, on your phone. It's in the classroom, and down your streets, throughout the nation, at your feet. your workplace. It's in your home. Over the airwaves. On your phone. It's in the classroom. And down your street. Throughout the nation. At your feet. Okay. Big mouth, open wide, open up the pearly gates of freedom. Finely honed machine. Hand tool. That's what people say anyway. Surfing the protest, changing the trends. Fast lives in big cars, don't live round here. Not in my backyard, you'll never get near. Crack pipes in Coketown, dope to your diesel. Books no one looks, words to the weasel. Fast lines and bigger lines whistle past your ears, whispering turbines, playing your fears. While Northwest go rush, Gasker's the cocky. Klondike like gamblers and corporate jockeys. Line eyes, those line eyes, voracious appetites, drilling in your backyard, hoping that no one dies. Man in the barricade, man in the street. stop this madness. They live above us. They live down south. Sorry I said that. Hush up your sweetness from strangers, lobbying friends, surfing the protest, changing the trends, fast lives and big cars, don't live round here. Not in my backyard. You'll never get near. Pipes in Coketown, dope to your diesel, cooking the books, no one looks. Words to the weasel, fast lives and bigger lives. Whistle past your ears, whispering turbines, playing your fears. Wild Northwest Gold Rush, gas guzzler cocky, plumb back like gamblers, corporate jockeys, those lion eyes, voracious appetites, digging in your backyard, hoping that no one dies, man in the barricades, made in the streets, to stop this madness, to stop this madness. They live above us. They live down south. Sorry I said that. Hush up your mouth.
I'd like to dedicate that to all the folks who are out there on Preston Light New Road near Blackpool, where they're fracking. They've started it now, so there you go. But there's people out there trying to stop it, okay?
Twisted roots that hang running in the air. You powdered crow. Your mascara runs in fishnets across your white cheeks. You flay me, baby, and you feed me these sweet fruits of decay. You pouting freak with green glitter eyes. You peel my skin away. in the night. And you feed me these sweet fruits of decay. You spotlit gold, you beauty spots. Your fur train trails perfume and blood across the dance floor. With the eyes of emerald fire. Asphyxiation, baby. And you feed me these sweet fruits of decay. Oh, your fun-filled train trails perfume and blood across the dance floor. Asphyxiate me, baby. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, the Club Big Band. Well, it's good to see you here, but I've seen livelier nights down the morgue. I'm see more clearly the ghost of John Hyatt. John, as you know, died in a sleeping accident some 8 weeks ago. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But in his last will and testament, he said in the event of his untimely demise that Club Big should be hosted by his ghost, see more clearly, myself. Which really ticks me off, actually, because that presumes there's nothing more interesting happening in the afterlife, and I can assure you there is. It's a pretty cool place now. There's a whole new crowd up there. I got in just at the right time. Bowie's there. Boland's always been there. Cohen's there. The twins are there, George and Michael. If you hear the sound tonight of weeping pigeons, that's the artist formerly known as Prince. So here we are, Club Big, very good, very good. The last night, a sort of extra night, a private Club Big, private club, very select, very select. Big Al from the Big Band has made you a compilation of the things that we've had over the weeks, and we're going to have a look at that. If we could take some of these lights down a little, that might be nice. So these are the 6 weeks that if you did come every week, you've seen them. If you didn't, this is what you missed. Okay? Roll VTR, as they say.
I'm the ghost, your host. I used to be John Hyatt before he died. Welcome to Club Big. Welcome to Rock Art.
Rock you, rock and roll you. I'll pour sand in your eyes and grit on your sheets, and I'll keep your eyes open with whispers and murmurs.
Can I buy you a drink? Yeah, I'd do it all again. To stem the flow of body bags, the politicians find so hard to explain.
Don't fake it, baby. Lay the real thing on me. The church you might know. Such a holy place to be. Make me, baby. Make me know you really care. Make me jump into the air.
The actual dream only finally revealed to me last night in an Airbnb in Staines to be Gary Barlow's cock. world, and we rely on each other.
From one lover to a this is a shit.
So the Phantom of the Opera on a sinking cruise ship returns. Oh, and Robin, read the payment for the last show. The cheque bounced.
So just
Now, when I look at this, I see kind of a cheap plastic synthetic finish and a shroud and a tight-fitting box with a name on the lid. And what does it remind you of? What is it? It's a coffin! Exactly!
Especially when Lacan's theories are getting more and more acceptance.
ശാരീരികമായ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ടോ ദാസ്?
This is a time for new world now. This is a time for new living now. This is a time for new visions now.
Later down below, the door kicks open so he can come into his garden, burying the tender body of his tender bride. He walks outside and throws her down on the wet leaves and heavy breathes and numbly scratches with his matches, trying to ignite her flesh. The fire won't start. His hammering heart.
Keep your spirit level.
I think that was our youngest attendee. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good 6 weeks, eh? Of course, there's a lot of artists over there in the afterlife, but they're all very bitter because they're now just about making enough money to live. Now they're dead. Anyway, tonight it's going to be marvelous. Tonight is going to be one of these special nights, I know, because it's starting off weird and I can feel there's something creeping in around, and it's not Prince and it's not Bowie and it's not Berry. It's you live people that haunt me with your squelchy, sexy ways. I know what you like. Hormones. Ugh, estrogen tentacles. Testosterone spikes. Ugh. You haunt us, dead. We don't think about sex, we just do it. No, missus, we don't. We don't do it at all. So, I want you to put your hands together. Put your hands together for our first act tonight. The marvelous, the wonderful, Mr. Stuart Nolan.
Give me a moment while I prepare. Happy. So let's start with a little game. I'm going to do some talking, I'm going to show you some things, and I'm going to play a couple of games with you. Can you all hold your hand up like this? Doesn't matter. Somebody always asks that, and it's always you. Left hand or right hand doesn't matter, and I want you to imagine that there's a ring on one of your fingers. If you already have a ring on one of your fingers, don't let the reality of that ring confuse you. I want an imaginary ring imagined on one of your fingers. Good, good, lots of hands. And now think of a number between 1 and 10. And I want you to move the ring that number of times. Let me tell you the rules. Let's say you've got a ring on this finger, and you've decided on the number 5. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't go off the end and back round. That's cheating. And you can't jump over. Make sense? Move the ring that number of times. The ring may end up on the finger it started on. It'll probably end up on a finger that you didn't even know you would be thinking of. Got it? Okay, now I'm going to number the fingers. I'll turn my hand this way, so now it looks like your hand. I like that bit, and everybody goes, what? Huh? So the thumb is 1, 2, 3, 4, little finger 5. Yeah? Thumb is 1, index finger 2, that one I always forget the name of, 3, ring finger 4, little finger 5. Yeah? Whatever number the ring is on, now move the ring that number times. Make sense? So if it's on the thumb, you can move it 1 space. If it's on the index finger, you can move it 2 times. The ring should end up in a completely different place again. Yep. Great. Okay, now try and send to me the finger that the ring is on. Okay, I'm not getting many people thinking of the little finger, so just fold the little fingers away. Or thumbs. Fold the thumb away. Can you all do one more thing for me? Can you take the ring and move it 1 more space? And then fold away the fingers it's not on. And try and send it to me. Send me the energy. Thank you, Manchester. Okay, so that's a fun thing, but there's actually a reason why I ask people to do that. And when I ask you to imagine a ring on your fingers, I want to ask you a question. How many of you really imagined a ring on your finger? Put your hand up if you did imagine a ring. Yeah? How many of you saw the ring on your finger? How many of you saw the ring in your mind? And you get a kind of even split when you ask audiences this. And it's a difference in how you imagine things. Some people, and we've only kind of learned this in the last couple of years, never ever visually imagine things. So we have this new term, aphantasia, for people who, if you say imagine a sheep, they'll go yeah, but they actually aren't seeing a sheep. And in fact, they think people who see sheep in their head are just making it up. For them, it's a metaphor. Huh? Some people will see the ring on their finger, and to the people who see the ring in their mind's eye, that's weird. That's like hallucinating. They're hallucinating a ring. If you say, imagine the weight of the ring on their finger, then some people will feel the weight of the ring on their finger. Some people will feel it in their mind's finger. They will literally feel the weight. And we think this is an interesting way of looking at how people imagine things, how people physically imagine things. And so with that in mind, I'd like to teach you all how to read each other's minds by feeling each other's fingers. In order to do this, you're going to need to work with somebody. So find somebody near you and decide between you who's going to be sender and who's going to be receiver. It's not a sex thing. Cool. Do we have pairs? Senders and receivers. Okay, if you're a sender, do this. Hold your hand out to the receiver, and we go through a calibration phase. Imagine you're at the nail bar. Hold your hand out to the receiver. Receiver, calibration phase, reach in and give their fingers a good fiddle. Your job is to work out, that's exactly how you do it. So what you're doing is getting a sense of what their fingers feel like. You're trying to calibrate because later on, later on you'll be looking for a change. Okay, calibration phase is over. You should have a sense of what that person's fingers feel like. Sender, now your job is to think of one of those fingers. This isn't the kind of mind reading where your job is to fake the other person out or to fool them. Your job is to help them understand which finger you're thinking of without, just wiggling it and cheating. So just focus on that finger, and here's how you do it. And don't use a thumb. Think of one of the fingers. Imagine that there's a heavy weight on that finger. Imagine there's a heavy ring, if that helps. Imagine the weight is pulling your finger down. Imagine your finger's getting longer. Imagine that it's crackling with energy. Imagine that it's throbbing like E.T.'s finger. Use all of your powers, all of your imaginative powers, to picture that finger. Fondle their fingers again, and you should find a difference. What you'll probably find, we have a winner. What you'll probably find is the finger they're thinking of has gone significantly stiffer. Yes! Winners! Give yourselves a huge round of applause. You are now officially mind readers. Do you want to try it the other way round? Yeah? Okay. Sender be receiver, receiver be sender. You know exactly how to do this. Go through a calibration phase first. Feel their fingers. You can't just giggle and go, ooh, it tickles. Remember, the more different modes that you can imagine in, the better. So if you imagine the sound of the finger crackling with energy, if you imagine the smell of the finger burning with energy, if you imagine the look of the finger getting bigger and stronger, all those different modes will help effect a physical change. Okay, now feel again and see if you've got it. There's always a danger at this stage that you drift into just staring into each other's eyes and holding each other's hands. Yep. How many people got it the second time by a show of hands? Twice. Massive round of applause. Woo. So what I want to do now is show you quite how far you can go when you teach people how to do this mind reading and muscle reading, and you take a few hours and you allow them to really learn how to read muscles. Could we move on to the next slide? So this is a picture of some Victorians doing muscle reading, essentially what you're doing, reading the small muscle movements that happen because of your imagination. And this was a parlour game where objects would be hidden in a room, and you would hold the hand of the person who'd hidden the object, and they wouldn't lead you, but they would imagine that they were leading you. They would just think about where the object is, and if you move their hand, you could find the object. This is a psychologist and an artist who came to a workshop with Cognovo, a research institute down in Plymouth, who researched cognition and creativity. And they're finding objects hidden in a room. They hadn't met each other before the day, and by the end of the day, they were swapping numbers, going, we've got to read each other's minds again. So one thing we did with these people, and I've done it maybe with about 200 people now, is an old Victorian parlour game where one person does a drawing while the other person's out of the room. The person comes back in from being outside, holds a pencil, and the person who did the drawing that's now hidden holds their hand and just thinks about the drawing. All right? I didn't know if this would work. Everybody managed to do it. And I said, put your hand up if you thought that would work. And nobody put their hands up. Nobody thought this would work. Can you move it to the next slide? So this is some people doing it. And you can see how they've copied a dolphin there. Next slide, please. So occasionally we would get something like this. And we'd go, is that a hit? Have they managed to read each other's minds? Or is that... There's a shape there that feels kind of good. Next slide. We get things like this, where there's a little bit of an error, but that's definitely a hit. Next slide. Sometimes a scale issue. Next slide. So these are really nice. And remember, the people doing this, they haven't seen the original drawing, and when they copy it, they freak out. Next slide. So these, I love these two for different reasons. The drawing on the top here of the kind of duck character has a little sticky out bit. When I was taking the photograph, the woman who did it said, are you going to show anybody this? And I said, yeah, lots of people, hopefully. And she said, every time you show it, you must tell them that sticky out bit's not an error. It's just I laughed. And this one is fascinating because we can see the key in it because there's a key next to it. But the person who did that drawing, she just thought it was a scribble. So she said, oh, it's failed. We haven't managed to do it. It's just a mess. There's nothing there. And then the picture of the key came out, and she went, oh, my God, we've done it. We're mind readers. Next slide. I think of this one as the morph crime scene. And next slide. There may be one more. Oh, no, that's it. So I'm really interested in this kind of mind reading because it's genuine mind reading, and the people doing it genuinely feel like they are mind reading each other, but there's no way of proving. Because they could just be pushing. They could just be guiding. So it's a kind of mind reading that you take on trust, or not. But we don't have time to train people in that, but we can do an experiment that's a little bit similar. You two managed to read each other's fingers really well both ways. Yeah? So can I ask you to come on stage? Oh! Big round of applause. Can somebody shuffle cards? Can you shuffle? Can you give those a shuffle? Could you take a seat here? Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Do you want to say?
Left-handed boxer, but a right-handed writer.
Should we do some? That's ruined my boxing routine we were going to do later on. No, you take a seat here. And do you want to sit over here? I'm going to refer to you as light and dark. And be rude and kind of not ask your names. But there's a reason for that. So there was some research. I'm going to ignore you slightly for a minute. All right. So some research was done in Oslo where they asked people to imagine either a light room or a dark room. And they found that people's pupils actually change size depending on which kind of light they're imagining. And not just their pupils, but their whole body changes. You're responding to imaginary light. So you're going to be light. I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes and relax and imagine you're taking a walk in the countryside. It's really sunny and you can see everything around you. Yeah? And just do that for a little while. See the objects in the countryside and just relax. It'll be a little while before we get back to you. So just be comfortable with that. Happy? Awesome. I'll take this deck back. Okay, what we're going to do with you is you're going to be dark. So you're going to have your eyes closed, and for some of that, you're going to be handling a deck of cards. So I'm going to put elastic bands around it so that it doesn't slip, because people drop them sometimes when I do this. Okay? I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing, and then I'm going to take the cards off you, have you close your eyes, and then you're going to do it again. So this is a practice. Yeah? Okay, so take the cards. In a minute, you're going to reach down, open the cards, so like pick a chunk up, and, oh, shall I demonstrate?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I mean. So we'll put these towards one end, and you're going to reach down, lift up, and have a little peek. Yeah? Try it. What did you get? 4 spades. Cool. Perfect. Try it again. It helps if you put your finger over there and then just lift up. Thumb. That's a thumb. Yeah. Perfect. And you got an ace. This time I don't want to see. I'm going to take this away and have you close your eyes for a minute and imagine that you're in a dark room, and then you'll get the deck back. Happy? So close your eyes. Imagine that you're in a dark room. Unlike the other person who's imagining a light room, imagine a light outside. Imagine that you're in a dark room. You know there are objects there, but you can't see them. All of these objects are invisible in the dark room. And just be comfortable with that just for a minute, so that you're just feeling what it's like in a dark room where you can't see anything. Okay. Okay, hold your hand out flat, and I'm going to put the deck in your hand. Make sure you've got it. I'm going to put your thumb on top. That'll help. Put the other hand on top. Lift it open. I'm going to move away. Open your eyes. Take a look, close it when you've got a card, and hand me the deck back. Do you have a card in mind? And nobody else could have seen that card? No? Great. Keep your eyes closed, reach your hand out, and hold this person's arm here. I'm going to guide your hand. There we go. You can open your eyes. Sorry, I'm clambering around inside the... What I want you to do, while she's holding your hand, is take a pencil and just do a scribble. And keep scribbling, so you've got lots and lots of scribble. Go round and round and round, do some straight lines, some circles. Don't try to draw anything in particular, but just keep going round and round and round and round, doing lots and lots of scribbles, and go. More scribbles, faster scribbles. More and more, big scribbles, big round. Enough scribbling? Enough, do you think? Okay, stop scribbling. That doesn't matter, don't worry. Too passionate scribbler. Is that your boxing hand? Okay, so you can stop holding your hand, but keep your eyes closed. We're going to have a look at this. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, there's another one. Okay, we'll do another one. And I've got here that. And another one here. And I think we've got there. Oh, yeah. Should we go with this? Yeah. Okay, we've made a decision. Okay, both open your eyes. For the first time in a loud voice so everybody can hear, what is the card that you're thinking of?
No!
You do, you win the 8. So thank you very much. You can take this and go back. You can take the deck of cards. So you can take the deck of cards, but I'm going to let you in on a secret. I switched the cards. You all saw me switch the cards, yeah? But then not all the 8 of diamonds. When you had your eyes closed.
No, but why? If they're not all...
Have a look later, and somebody in the audience will explain. Huge round of applause. I switched it for these. Okay, let's do one last thing. If we've got time. We've got time for one more thing, yes? So, I've got this shuffled deck. Can I have 2 people to help me? Could you help? No, you don't have to shuffle. You don't have to do that. Could you help too? So, just stand either side here. And I'll just explain something to the audience. So in 1950, Cherry, a psychologist, noticed that if you're at a busy place, he called it the cocktail party effect, because it was the 1950s, and you can hear all this background chatter going on. Right? But if somebody says your name, suddenly you can hear that one conversation standing out in the crowd. And he reasoned that you were listening to all conversations all the time, somewhere in your subconscious, and you're only being told about it in your conscious mind when you need it. This kind of filtering applies in lots of other ways. So what I'm going to attempt to do is find some cards that you're going to choose in a minute, but we're going to create lots of background noise to try to distract me. So let's have the cards chosen. Could you just take a chunk of cards off, but like leave enough for her? I don't want to see. Hold it next to your chest. Take a peek at the card. Remember what the card is, and put it back. Can you do the same? Take a chunk of cards. Leave some on the table, of course. Leave a few. Take a look at the card. Remember what the card is. And now, I said there was going to be no shuffling. There's a little bit of shuffling. Give the cards a mix, so that obviously it's not the first card. It's going to be a card mixed into the block. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to stand here. I want you to deal the cards face up in my hand, naming every card as you do so, and shout the card as loud as you can. And I'm going to try and listen to your voices and work out which card is the card you've seen. In order to provide even more background noise, we have the band on stage. And they're going to play in order to distract me. Also, in order to make 4 more fake news, I'd like you to all shout anything you like. If you can't think of anything, just shout fake news, fake news, fake news. If you feel witty, make up some examples of fake news. And let's have a practice of that now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You understand what you have to do? Okay. Okay, ready, go. Go! Start again. Again. A heart, yes? Black card.
Yeah.
A club?
Yes.
Can you name your cards?
10 of clubs. You are weird. In a good way.
Is this your pile? Okay, and this is your pile. Okay, so we've got some cards left that weren't chosen. You can keep those. You can keep those. So one thing I was doing that took a little bit longer than normal, because as well as trying to work out what their card was, I was trying to remember all the cards that they said, which means that by a process of elimination, I should be able to know what all the cards left on the table are. Could you take the cards that are on the table and pick them up and give them a shuffle? Okay, I'm gonna. So fan them like you're playing a game of cards.
So I'm looking at them.
So you're looking at them, yeah. Don't fan them so I can see them. That's a rubbish way to play cards. I'm going to try and name every single card. When I name a card, drop it to the table. Ace of diamonds.
Drop it to the table.
Yeah. 4 of spades. There's a 7 of hearts. There's a 4 of diamonds. There's an ace of clubs. There's a 9 of clubs. There's a jack of spades. There's a queen of diamonds. There's a 7 of clubs. There's a queen of spades. There's a 10 of diamonds. There's a 6 of clubs. There's an ace of hearts. I think you've got 1 card left. Am I right? Yeah. And there was a card that was chosen earlier, and if because I noticed this was happening, so I thought I'd go for it. What was the card you drew earlier? The 8 of diamonds. What's the card in your hand? Yes. Over to the band. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get all this out of the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, another big hand, please. Mr. Stuart Nolan. Okay. I'm Seymour Clearly, the ghost of John Hyatt, for people who came in late. John unfortunately passed away 6 weeks ago. He wanted me to tell you, though, about the work that's in Club Big. John did a project with his students from Salford University, Manchester Metropolitan University, and Liverpool John Moores University, fine arts students, where they invented an alter ego artist and then made the oeuvre, made the work of that alter ego artist. And so these posters that you see are posters for artists that don't exist, and the work that you see is work by artists that don't exist. We call it the Alter Ego Project. And tonight, next on stage, is he here? Is he ready? He is. We have one of those student artists from all the way from South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christian Nerf.
We're going to get some video. Okay. Okay, so John asked me to do a performative lecture here, which I titled, You Say Mathematics, I Hear Castanets. Castanets, I castanets. another title could be John asked me to do this and it may be obscure and absurd. AKA notes on garden hedges and other barriers. What the fuck is going on? I was going to have a sign language guy here, so I was going to do some sign language lessons. I'll run them through anyway. A is for artist. B is for barrant. C is for crash. And D is for dead. I might explain that later. So, plans change. Change plans. So we all are a clusterfuck, and the divine objects are hidden between us. The thing that is more useful than a useful thing is the thing that makes the useful thing. I do not want to be your Judas goat. I don't want to lead you down the garden path. I don't want you to merely follow me here. Do you follow? Do you understand? I want us to be in this together. Okay, Cameroonian philosopher Achille Mbembe recalled a West African story regarding special rights. So, because a dog was never happier than when its nose was up another's rear end, the anus, that sensory button of the world, it also symbolized debasement and degradation. Just like the dog, the artist also enjoys special rights, including the right to conduct forbidden experiments. His task is to translate society to itself. Artist Joseph Beuys promoted and popularized this idea that everyone is an artist. He was effectively challenged by his peer Gustav Metzger, who had a different history, who retorted Himmler auch. So no, not everybody. So who, and who makes this judgment call? So a note on pitfalls of working with others, or what they call collaboration. To expect your team to win is fine, but you would never place unrealistic expectations on them. I know, being here from South Africa, I've noticed soccer or football is quite a thing here. So I was wondering if you were really in with your team and working with them in your mind, that you imagined, perhaps like our magician earlier, you really imagined that after half-time your team came running on and they had swapped places with the streakers and they were helping each other take their clothes off and running across the fields, stark naked. And I think this fantasy would lead to disappointment. I have a short poem by South African artist Willem Boshoff. There is nothing you won't do for me, and there is nothing I won't do for you. So we'll end up doing nothing for each other. For me, to think is not about forming an opinion or having an idea. It is more about considering a thing. And Heidegger reminds us that the Old English "thenkan" to think and "thankian" to thank are related, and that there is the possibility that thinking is to give thanks, to acknowledge something, to think it through. I have some thoughts on collaboration. I was an obsessive collaborator for many years. So the advantages and disadvantages of collaboration, which I started as two separate lists and discovered they were the same list. So the advantage, we learn to become carefree. We learn to play. We learn to forget what we know. We learn to forgive. We learn to fill ourselves. We learn to succeed. We learn to empty ourselves. We learn to unlearn. We learn to relinquish ownership. We learn to accept. We learn to make choices. We learn to change. We learn to lose ourselves. We learn to give in. We learn to take responsibility. We learn to care. We learn to hate what we loved. We learn to feel. Become a smudge, become a gas, refuse to be defined, find your way into crevices, become a crevice even. According to media theorist and activist Franco Biffo Berardi, art does not exist, artists do. Who are they? I define artists as people who stay human in times of dehumanization. I look for you in untidy places. Wearing gloves has never been an option before. But now, if I want to sustain the search, I may need a layer of protection. I want life to be long enough. So at this time, everything seems fucked. Politics, well, I think that's been fucked a long time. But as artists are now, there seem to be so many people claiming to be artists. It's a lot to consider what our responsibilities are. And our obligations. Who we take money from, or if we even deal with money. But that's maybe a conversation for another time. Psychotherapist Felix Guattari spoke of 3 ecologies linking environmental ecology to social ecology and to mental ecology. I think maybe paying heed to an additional 4th ecology, being the ecology of time, is worth considering now. As a boundary of sorts, or not. Okay, a final thought from Charles Darwin. To kill an error is as good a service as, and sometimes even better than, the establishing of a new truth or fact. That's what I got.
Christian Nerf, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're just going to take 5 minutes while we just make a little change around. So charge your glasses and talk amongst yourselves. And I'll quieten you down when the time is ready. And they're over here. And if you could just keep the noise down while Hayley gets settled into a chair over here, because this isn't an act or a joke, it's serious. And when they're settled, Graham's going to tell you what's happening. But as far as the evening goes, I think we'll just go deeper and windier and weirder. Why not? It's going that way without us. For this part of the show, I'll be playing my guitar. Its name is The Holy Ghost. I was given permission to use that name.
Good. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Hayley is in a deep form of hypnosis now, so there may be some movement. Don't get disturbed by that. It's just because when somebody's in this deep level of hypnosis, they begin to hallucinate. So Hayley will be communicating through automatic writing and drawing and verbally what she's seeing, and I will be questioning and provoking her as we go along. It's based loosely tonight around the idea of when David Bowie was recording Low at the Chateau de Hérouville. He became convinced that he was haunted by the ghosts of Chopin and his lover Georges Sand, which seriously spooked him out. So working collaboratively, John and Hayley and I will be chasing the ghosts of Chopin and Georges Sand tonight. And there will also be a film which is being created by both John and Hayley. I don't know if Emma's here. I think Emma was going to do some interpretation, but we'll see whether she arrives. So no two public showings are ever the same. And if you want to join us in trance, you're very welcome. Okay, so here we go. Breathing all the way down, that's right. And bring yourself up, 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 up. And just imagining what Wally Elmlark's persona is like, and beginning to float into that notion of Wally Elmlark. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Very good. And you can begin to tell us when you're ready what you can see. And if you feel that you want to, you can draw or write anything that comes to mind. Okay, so where are you at the moment, Hayley? A black space, okay. A bit like this black disc in front of you. Okay, is there anybody else there or anything happening at the moment?
I'm kind of being forced to kind of move forward.
Okay, so you've been feeling forced to move forward. Where are you moving forward to? What's ahead of you?
A warm space.
Okay. A warm space? Okay. So you can feel the temperature. Does it have a colour?
It has a silver hue.
Okay, a silver hue. And can you enter into this space?
Yes.
Okay. And so what can you see in this space now?
It's got circular kind of sphere-like shapes that I'm kind of entering into. It's kind of like a bit of a chasm as well.
So circular shapes, and you can see it's kind of a chasm there. Yeah.
Travelling through them at the moment.
Okay. You feel like you want to draw this?
Just going to have a lie down.
Yeah. You want to lie down there?
Yeah, I've got to get quite horizontal.
You got to get horizontal. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Good.
It's quite claustrophobic in here.
It's claustrophobic. Okay. Do you feel uncomfortable with that? No, you're okay?
Yeah.
Good. So is there anybody else there?
There's people talking, it's sort of very loud. I think they're people, I don't know, but there's kind of whispering, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Whispering. Can you hear any of what they're whispering?
It's quite hard to make out.
Okay. And this is a silver room that you're in now? Mm-hmm. And what do these people look like?
It's kind of, just faces.
Just faces?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do they not have bodies? No, just faces. So you just see faces in this space?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are they talking about? Can you hear what they're talking about?
They're kind of passing messages to each other, I think.
Passing messages?
I think I'm a bit of a bystander somehow.
Okay, how do they do that?
There are gestures as well. There's gestures and there's sounds and there's...
Okay.
It's quiet whispers.
Quiet what?
Whispers.
Whispers.
Mm.
Okay, quiet whispers.
They seem to be telling each other something and I can't hear them.
Okay, that's frustrating, isn't it? Yeah. So you can't make out what's going on in this room yet?
No, not yet. I'm being spun around slightly.
Okay.
A spiral shape.
Right. And
Coiling and uncoiling.
The spiral shape, is it moving? What dimension is it moving?
It's moving forwards, but it's moving slightly to the right, so I'm kind of being sort of slowly turned.
You're being slowly turned?
Whilst travelling through this space.
Okay. And those faces, are they still there too?
They've gone, they've passed, I've passed.
Okay. So you've passed beyond them into this spiral, is that right? Okay. So what's happening now?
Okay, I've rotated slightly and I'm kind of on my stomach,
On
I
your
think.
stomach? Okay. Can you keep your head up? Yeah. Good. You're on your stomach?
Okay, I've got some mirrors going on here.
Mirrors?
There's mirrors
Okay.
mirroring
Okay.
other things.
Okay.
There's rope, there's gold rope, I think,
Yep.
and they're hanging down, but you can't see. You can see them in the mirror,
Yeah.
but you can't see them in the physical sense.
Okay.
So they're reflections, I guess.
So you just got a kind of almost a psychic sense of them? Is that it? Okay. What else?
Okay, I'm now sort of travelling over
Yeah.
a tube, a transparent tube,
Okay.
and inside this tube there's water, there's boats on the water, miniature boat vessel things.
So this is a big tube, is it? Or
Yeah, it's quite big.
what? Okay. Can you draw any of this? Okay, you can open your eyes and draw it if you like. represent movement as well. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of movement, quiet movement.
Quiet movement.
Mhm.
And what sort of colour are these boats? They have a colour?
They're different hues of green.
Freshness of?
Hues of green.
Hues of green, okay. And what about the bottle? What colour is the bottle?
It's quite hard to decipher.
Mm-hmm.
They have they have very shiny sails.
Shiny sails. So they're green with shiny sails.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the light is catching them, but I don't know where the light's coming from.
Okay. Which direction's the light coming from? Behind, in front, above?
God, it's hard to decipher.
Okay. So what else is happening?
I'm being beckoned through into another form, another shaped space.
Okay. So you're being back and forth to another shaped space, yeah?
This is a hexagon this time.
Hexagon? Yeah.
Similar.
Okay.
Shooting through.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in a big void, a big space. I'm not over anything. I'm just floating over everything. Floating over everything very slowly.
Mm-hmm. You still see this figure beckoning?
It's something. This big is calling me forward.
Okay, what's this figure like? What does the figure look like? Is it male or female or something else?
It's female.
Female?
Clearly female.
Okay. Is it dressed in some way?
There's a white collar.
White collar. Okay.
Ooh, she's big. She's a big presence. Big presence.
Big presence. Okay. Is she scary in any way?
No.
No. Friendly?
Not that either.
So where are you now, in this hexagonal room?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of hexagon. Big space.
Yeah. How big? Big is this
Vast.
space?
Vast. Can't find the edges of this space.
Okay. So is there anything above this space?
No, it just keeps going on and on and on.
It's what?
It's very warm in here again.
Yeah.
It's very warm in here.
Why is it so warm?
It's a figure with black hair.
So this hexagonal space is filled with black hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know what's going on, but it's quite claustrophobic, but not claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic, but not claustrophobic. So in other words, it doesn't worry you, but it feels claustrophobic, although you're actually in a massive grey space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think the hair is kind of protecting me. It's like in a cocoon.
Okay, so you're in a sort of cocoon of black hair.
Yeah.
In this space.
Yeah.
And this figure that was beckoning you is still there.
She's part of it somehow. Can't really
So what do you think she's about then?
Some protection thing. They're protecting me from what? I don't know.
What are they protecting you from?
I don't know.
Okay. So can she speak to you? Can you speak to her in some way?
I'm blowing air.
Right. Okay. Is that a way of communicating? All right. Okay. So, is she going to blow air back at you?
Yes, she has.
Okay.
In a much more sophisticated way.
Yeah. Does it give you any sense of meaning?
It's quite motherly almost.
Okay. So she's a motherly presence. What does she want?
I'm part of something, but I don't know what the thing is. She's trying to tell me.
Could you draw her?
I could try.
Give us a sense of what she looks like. She appears to you. That's how she appears to you. Yeah. Okay. What's happening now?
Okay, she's guiding me.
She's what?
She's guiding me.
Okay, where to?
Beyond, towards something else. The space is shrinking. Okay, I'm going through some kind of portal again.
Through a portal.
It's quite fast this time. Okay. I've been spat out.
Yeah. Spat out into what?
It's a very, very white space this time.
Very white.
White space.
Big or small?
Big. I can't define anything.
Okay. Can you discern any shape to it at all?
It's not clear. Nothing seems very clear yet.
Okay, where is this?
I've got to go through this space. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Take yourself through the space.
It's quite hard to get out of this space.
Okay, hard to get out.
Okay, I'm coming out of here.
Coming to. Okay.
Okay, I've come into another space. It's very red this time. The colours are
Very
quite...
red. Okay.
Colours are bright, colours are bright, colours are bright.
So there's more than one colour, it's very bright, you're saying it's red,
very
but there are other colours. What colours are you seeing?
There's colours reflected in shapes, things on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a moving space to the right and it's quite stagnant to the left.
Yeah.
It's quite a sticky space.
Mm-hmm. Sticky. Okay. So the moving space to the right, what's happening there?
That's quite clear. Okay, I'm being spun around and I'm kind of looking and at these kind of this fragmented light, flickering, kaleidoscopic. That's quite nice. It's very fast. It's quite nice. I've got to look for something and I don't know what it is.
Okay. Something you have to find. How will you know when you found it?
I've got to chase the colour yellow.
Okay.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Okay. What do you got?
It's resistant.
Okay, tell me what you're seeing.
It's like an egg that's multiplying into different eggs, different sizes and scales, and they're coming out fast. Oh, I've got to get a little one. Oh, I've got it.
Okay, what do you got? What have you got there?
It's very tactile. It's breathing.
Breathing? So it's alive?
Yes.
It's sort of egg-like?
Something that's come from an egg, maybe.
Okay. So it's embryo of some sort?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
It's important I take it and I'm going to put it in my purse. It's got to go away safe.
It's got to go somewhere safe. Okay.
Okay, I'm going back.
Where are you going back to?
Going back to where I've come from.
Okay. So you're taking that with you? Okay. So where are you now?
I'm travelling back to a big space again, but it feels sort of safer zone, safer space.
Yeah. Good.
That's better. I can rest here.
Same colours?
It's quite multicoloured. It's
multicoloured now?
Yeah.
So it's changed?
Yeah.
Are these bright colours, mute colours, what sort of colours?
Quite mute. There's lots of red and there's lots of cyan-y, sort of subdued blues.
Red and cyan-y sort of colours. Okay. Is that lady present still there?
She's pushed me away.
She's what?
She's pushed me away.
Pushing you away?
I think she was telling me, protecting me from something.
She was protecting you from something, okay. So now you've got this sort of embryo thing which you're taking back with you. That's what you were meant to get. Okay. So where are you headed now?
I'm just about to float over to this big void. Big void.
Your what?
My safe space, big void.
A big void. Okay. You okay in there?
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah. Are you moving in that space or?
Slowly. I'm coming down. Okay. I need to lay here on my stomach.
Okay. So you're back on your stomach? So is it as if you're making this whole journey in reverse now?
Yeah.
Are you moving?
I'm just laying very still. I think it's important I stay here.
What's happening?
I think it's important that I stay here for a bit.
Okay. Could you draw that embryo creature? Okay, so what does this creature look like? That looks vaguely bird-like, is that what you describe it as?
Okay, sort of, yeah.
Like what sort of bird?
I don't know.
Okay, so nothing you could connect it with?
No.
No, okay. Does it have a colour?
It's black.
Black. Okay.
It's very fleshy.
Right. Quite big. Okay. What do you think is its purpose?
It's for later.
For later? When you say for later, do you know what you mean by that?
No, I've got to keep it safe for later. Don't know what that is.
Okay. Rest. Is there anything else you want to share with us about this journey?
It was quite mixed. It was some part safe, part dark, part... Not sure. Part of it was fun, part of it was a bit frightening.
Part of it was fun, part of it was frightening. Okay. Just take yourself back all the way down there. All the way down. All the way down. Okay. Breathe. Bring yourself all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Coming all the way back into the space, back into the space, back into the space. That's it, open. When you feel ready, just open your eyes. Back to now, back in this space. All the way back. Okay, thank you, Hayley. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Hayley. Okay, we'll take a little break while we read you the stage.
Okay.
Beautiful music from
tree. But all his talent is from his mother, Liz. Hey, it was Mother's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Hyatt.
Make a name on stage. Oh well, the 9 to 5 leaves you dead in your mind. So you step out the door, you go looking for more while the city's sleeping. There you go. As you get out to the street, the night is alive, and under your feet there's a pulsing of life. Who knows you can meet someone like you. And as you're pushing through the crowds, it's hot there to breathe, and the music's so loud. But through all the lights, the sights and the sounds, they're looking at you. And not just right through, not just right through, not just right through. It's late in the evening, and I'm lost in a dream, twisting and turning on this murky mountain stream, heading somewhere, gravity pulls me down, but I know not where I'm bound. I know not where I'm bound. The water once ran clear from the deep dark down below, first finally bursting forth in the morning's early close. Have you ever dreamed and it seemed that clear and cold? But what when dreams grow old? Yeah, what when dreams grow old? Hey there, can you hear me? Say that, can you see me? Can you feel me now? Hey there, are you gonna stay until tomorrow? Or are you leaving now? I only wanna live in a life that's not a living. If you believe me now, we can get there somehow. I gotta get there, yeah. Oh, somehow. Well, over on the sides, they're staring back at me. All those people I have known now in their own realities. Stranded on the land, I wonder how and why their rivers have run dry. Their rivers have run dry. Hey there, can you hear me? Say that, can you see me? Can you feel me now? Hey there, are you gonna stay until tomorrow? Or are you leaving now? I only wanna live in a life that's not a living. If you believe me now, we can get there somehow. I gotta get there, yeah. Oh, somehow. Not just right through. Thank you. All right. Where have they gone? They're coming from opposite sides. Welcome to the stage, Maya McCourt on cello and Tom Lees on piano. In the spirit of collaboration, we've come up from London to round off Club Big. Ready? Leave my cares by the open door. Feel the flow and my spirit soar. Soon I'm in the clouds, high above this town. See the streets softly mist away. Turn my face to the icy spray, and I can recall how to get back down now. When it's been a long time coming. Ooh, this life I'm loving. Oh, oh, it's been a long time coming. as the chains start to leave my mind, I feel it play as it moves in time with the natural tone, just like I was a child. All alone, no one around, on a boat in a sea of sound. And if I cut the cord, I could drift for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles for a long time coming. Ooh, this life I'm loving. Oh, it's been a long time coming now. Well, whatever don't kill me makes me stronger. I think I wanna live just a little while longer. Catch my breath, keep a hold, come back swinging is my soul. No one else, no one else, no one else now. I'm on a train, a familiar track. Stole my guitar in the luggage rack, and then I find a scene further down the car. And as I sit, watch the world go by, I find the time to stop and wonder why, how, where, what, wherefore. Yeah, just here we are, rolling along, time coming. Ooh, this life that I'm loving. Oh, it's been a long time coming now. Well, in this life our bodies break, but the mind alone does a person make. So catch your breath, keep a hold, come back swinging as yourselves. From the breakfast break to the tea time Tito, while we're watching the clock, there's no one feeding the meter. So catch your breath, keep a hold, come back swinging as yourselves. So whatever don't kill you makes you stronger. You say you wanna live just a little while longer. Catch your breath, keep a hold, come back swinging as yourselves. No one else, no one else, no one else now. No one else, no one else. Thank you. Thank you. That song was written after a train ride home from university some years ago. Sorry, I was speaking to the mic. It helps, doesn't it? You keep going. It's fine. But this song was written in a basement in London in the early hours of the morning. All is quiet on the set tonight, and all the actors have gone home. All except the lead in a pool of light. He's lit by candle wax alone. Well, I swear that I can't take any more of this movie montage with that Baccarat score, 'cause this reel-to-reel that's replaced my life is so obscure that no one will bite. But it's so cliche that Hollywood might. If you just turn around and come back to me, to the kiss embrace in the final scene as the credits roll to the top of the screen, and I finally wake up from this celluloid dream. They meet and they fall in love at first. Lens gleamed with Vaseline, oh, don't they seem to have it all? But by Act 3 we fear the worst. The fall from grace follows the fatal flaw. He's hoping that they work on the sequels where we're in love again. Our things are equal, 'cause this reel-to-reel that's replaced my life is so obscure that no one will bite. But it's so cliche that Hollywood might. If you just turn around and come back to me, to the kiss, embrace, and the final scene as the credits roll to the top of the screen, and I finally wake up from this celluloid dream. Now I'll be accused of chewing the scenery and hamming it up, but it just all comes so easily now. This Rio to Rio that's replaced my life is so obscure that no one will bite. But it's so cliche that Hollywood might. If you just turn around and come back to me, to the kiss, embrace, and the final scene as the credits roll to the top of the screen, and I finally wake up from this celluloid dream. Thank you. Do you want to check your connections? Thanks very much. Do you know what we got a little bit of buzzy on the cello. Like, sounds like a dodgy lead, maybe. Yeah. Maybe we could. Yeah. We could change the XLR, maybe. Don't know, probably too late. All right. In between us all. When you say I love you true, oh, what do you really mean? Is it the same for me as it is for you? Oh, something in between, oh, between us all. Us all now, between us all.
Thank you. All right. We have one more song for you. But before I do, I have a new record just been released in February. These guys are both playing on it. We recorded it live down in London. It's one of these live albums. And I have some today with me on CD with a download code inside. And if you want one, they're a tenner. And I've not got them on me right now, but they're in a bag over there. So if you're very quick about it, you can steal one. But alternatively, go on the internet and you can sort of watch the gig being played on video. Yeah, but buy a CD if you want. It's got a free poster in it, which is particularly worth it. All right, let's go free falling.
Have you ever felt the sinking as you're thinking, is this my true calling? And tumbling, fumbling, crumbling down, no one around. Oh, that's when you're free falling. Free falling. Got 3 months now since I cut my bounds and faced my disaster and skirting the shores of sadness and madness in us all. I find the answer. You're such a pretty girl. I know you make it better. You make it better now. When it's 2 that's quite appalling. But sensing the swirling and twirling, unfurling flow, I know. Oh, that's me, I'm free falling. I was so lost, but I found you. As I was free falling down into the deep blue. On the bar stool. Something I could hold on to when I'm free fall. So tell me, have you ever sinking as you're thinking, who am I and what is my calling? And tumbling, fumbling, crumbling down, no one around. Ooh, that's when you're free falling. Pretty girl, I know you make it better than it's to me and you. Ooh, we'll fall. So take my hand now, baby. Dance with me, kiss me, let this be whatever. And it's to me and you. We'll fall together. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks very much. See you at another club big. Ghost.
You know, I can't let Club Big finish without something from the Club Big band. Come on. One last one. It's not right that it finishes without you. Yeah?
let's do just go into it. Oh.
Thank you.
We're going to need the assistance of somebody in the audience for this one. I can't remember how to play it, so this is going to be interesting.
I was a pink-headed bug crawling up the side of the city hall. I was a pink-headed bug crawling up the side of the civic hall. I climbed up the ventilator shaft. I and the layers stretched out on the top. Pink-headed bug crawling up the side of the civic hall. I was a pink-headed bug crawling up the side of the civic hall. The four walls of the room seemed to hold the throb of a bone. The still air seemed to drip with fog and with the sea wind. I smelt the damps I smell of a disused hole. I smelt the engine oil and the purple shirt. Oh, I was a pink-headed bug. 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 Lights moved behind my closed lids and I was lost in space. Lights moved behind my closed lids and I was lost in space. Lights moved behind my closed lids. Oh, Deborah, you look like a conjurer. Oh, Deborah, you look like a conjurer. Oh, I was a pink-headed bug. I was a pink-headed bug. I was a pink-headed bug. I was a pink-headed teenage bug. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, I was lost in, I was lost in, I was lost in space. I was lost in space. Lost in space. I climbed up the ventilator shaft, climbed the Himalayas, I stretched out on the top. The men with machine guns were all around me. I smelled the purple shirt. I smelled the purple shirt. Well, I was a pink-headed bug. I was a pink-headed bug. I was a pink-headed bug. I was a pink-headed teenage bug. La 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 la. I was lost in. I was lost in. I was lost in space. I was lost in space. I was a pig at a ball. I was a pig at a ball. I was a pig at a ball. I was a pig at a cheating ball. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I was lost in space. I was lost in space.